I'm Vanessa Kanbi, and in this video I'm going to be talking to Phu Cha. She has her YouTube channel called Living My Best Life in Ghana, and she lives her life between the US and Ghana. We discuss visas, how she feels when she's in Ghana and the stress relief that she feels over there, saving and discipline and how to make it work.
Best experience, we knew at that time that we were coming back to stay, and we came back, prepared ourselves. The following year we touched down, and it's been on ever since.
When I came onto your page, I just loved the page, the name of your page, like Living Our Best Lives in Ghana. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to be doing.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been a beautiful experience.
And one of the best decisions I ever made in my whole life.
Welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. We are the freedom fighters. I'm Phu Cha. This is my husband, Power.
I'm Jaja. This is Jaja.
Where did your journey begin? Like, where were you born and what brought you to Ghana in the first place?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a 70s baby. I was born in 1970. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, USA. I'm a Southern girl my whole life, but I'm also a world traveler. I have been traveling. I started traveling when I was a teenager to California. My father's family was lived there, and my grandparents started to send for me when I was 15 years old, and I was going back and forth to Cali. So I started having that experience of living in California too. And then as I got older, I've always done hair. Hair is my forte. That's my way of life. That is my bread and butter. I've always done hair in my life. I learned how to braid hair on my dolls when I was a very small girl.
Wow.
So I've always loved doing natural hair. Then as I got older, I became a hairstylist. I had my own salon out of the house for a while, and then I moved on and graduated to brick and mortar spots, and I've had numerous beauty shops. But when I decided to go natural and push the whole natural thing, a revolution began, and it also took me on my path of being woke and learning who I was, who I am, where I come from, where my people come from, our history, as how we have impacted this world. And I was just so happy to find out those things that led me to which also I met my husband in 2000. We were married in 2002. And we have been together 20 years now. We have children and grandchildren. It's just a beautiful thing to be able to say that you have had, even through all the struggles, the ups and downs of life, and everything that happens along the way. The love between the black man and black woman has sustained us, and we have been able to push forward and make things happen. So thank you for that.
Amazing. So how many kids have you got? And what ages are they?
Two children, and I really feel uncomfortable calling them children because they're so grown now, 30 and 31 years old, and we have 4 grandchildren.
Oh, wow. When did you make the trip to Ghana?
Our first trip was 2006, the New Year's Eve of 2006, and when we came to Ghana, boy, was we blown away because we didn't know anything about Africa. Back then, it was like you didn't have the type of information that we have now, all the vloggers. We didn't have a lot of nothing to go on except for, hey, baby, all of the images that we knew.
Hi.
Say hi, John.
Hey.
He was watching your channel with me on yesterday. So
he's so cute.
Your sister.
Is that your grandson?
Yeah, this is my grandson, Jaleel.
Oh, hi.
Yes, she said hi, baby.
Hey.
Yes, so so when we came to Ghana and the celebration was going on and everything was just a celebration in the streets, it was just amazing. Oh, that blew us away.
The energy is so
was so
great.
high. It was like it was like we was like a kid in a candy store. It was like, what is going on? This is like amazing. The feeling of everything, of how it was. It was just too much to take in. But it was like the best experience. We knew at that time that we were coming back to stay. And we came back, prepared ourselves. The following year, we touched down, and it's been on ever since.
Oh, so did you live in Ghana? Because you're back in the States just now, aren't you?
Yes, yes. We live in Ghana part of the year, and we live in the States part of the year as well. So we've been living back and forth for all this time since '07.
Wow. So what did you come back and prepare in terms of like a visa and stuff like that? How did you manage to make that transition?
As far as well, we had thank goodness that we had the information when we first came to Ghana. We acquired our visa, a 5-year visa. But as far as a residency or anything like that, we don't have that. We just get an extension when we there because the extension works as well until we get whatever is due to us as the lost tribe of Africa. We don't want to struggle through that because a lot of the process is very disappointing when it comes to us acquiring our status as the children of Africa. So we don't even want to expose ourselves to that downward spiral right now until the continent recognizes us and give us the status that we do. Right now, we have the same process as any foreigner that comes in, and a Chinaman or anything like that. We have to go through the same process that they do, but we are native to the land. So we figured that it's just best for us as Africans to just wait till our leaders understand how important we are as the lost tribe of Africa, as blood relatives to them, as blood relatives to the land. We deserve something better, so we're just going to wait for that.
I've heard that Ghana are doing the right to abode.
Yes, Ghana is doing the right to abode, and they're also giving citizenship. And you have to fit a certain criteria to receive the citizenship or whatever have you. But like I said, it's a process, and a lot of the people that have the citizenship now have been there for many, many years, even more than us. There's a senior community in Ghana of Diasporans that's been there, that have actually were the bushwhackers for us, that made it possible for us to settle and come in and do the work that we're doing. They are mostly the ones that receive their citizenship, and our heads go off to them for the work that they have accomplished too.
And when you're over there, so when you first came, where did you decide to stay? Like, do you live in Accra or do you live outside of Accra?
When we first came, we were staying with a friend of ours that were living in Dancerman, and Dancerman is like, it's so much like where we from in Memphis. It's a lot like the people, the whole atmosphere, the laid back, the cool, calm, and collected, it was just really cool, you know what I'm saying? So we fell in love with Dancerman. At the time, we were still eating fish, taking fish, and eating some seafood. So when we got there, it was like, oh yeah, this is us right here. We were happy, and then let me tell you this too, Vanessa. When we first got to Ghana, there was like at a certain time of the night, it is quiet. It was very peaceful. TV was still going off. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a new type of serenity, peace, you know what I'm saying, where your brain can actually stop and relax, and all your muscles can relax, and by the time you wake up, you're totally rejuvenated. There was stars so bright in the sky, wasn't a whole lot of light, so it didn't block out the natural beauty of the midnight, the stars, the moon. It's just this is just things that was taken for granted or was looked over, because in the States everything is just too much. You know, it's over magnified. Yeah.
And the cars are always going. I mean, it's the same here. Like, all
Yes.
your cars, basically.
Yes, yeah, I get tired of, I mean, the chaos and the noise it kind of make you uptight a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have to burn our frankincense and our sage and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, the Egyptian musk, the things that our ancestors used to try to keep us calm in the center of chaos, because it's just too much going on all around us. That's what Ghana does for us. It is the biggest stress reliever. It is the biggest step toward peace within, peace around you. You know what I'm saying? The respect and the humility of the people. That is just something that you have to experience. You have to experience it for yourself. I can talk all day, and I don't even think the words that I speak.
No, I can feel it. I can feel what you're saying, and I totally resonate with you, because I live in Scotland, but like my dream is to live in Ghana, and
yes,
I'm so relaxed. When I'm here, things like my skin starts breaking out. Like, I can just tell I'm stressed. Whereas when I'm here, like, my skin, like, nothing, you know, it's just like perfect, and just so many things are different. So I totally resonate with what you're saying in terms of like peacefulness.
Yes, it's just like stress. You relieve yourself of so much stress. You can finally breathe again. It's like I shed pounds so easily. I muscle up so easily. I started to see six pack. I'm about 50 years old soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whenever I touch down in Ghana, I get fine. I mean, my fineness, you know, I already know I'm fine, but shoot, I be like, ooh, girl, you look good.
So
Ghana give me the confidence. The environment just give me the confidence to be out in the sun, to be out in nature. Let's go to the waterfall. Let's go to, it's just so much to do and so many things that you could just get so fit right quick, because you want to just be up and you want to just be going.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I need to actually head to the waterfalls. I've not been since I was really, really young. So I need to go back next time. So when you're over there now, how much of the year do you spend in Ghana?
Not much. Only thing that's really been a big expense for us right now is, and it's not really a big expense compared to nothing that we spend here in the U.S., is just the things that we're doing to create our company in the village that we recently were adopted, and we adopted each other and claimed ourselves as family. And now we are creating a factory inside the village that our godson was born and raised in. And even that money is nothing. I mean, the bills I have in the States for 1 month is what I would pay for a year in Ghana, as in regards to my living expenses. I mean, any extracurricular activities, you know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous how much money that circulates, that we cause to circulate because of the way of life that we live in the States. It's just too much. And when you leave the U.S. and go to Ghana, you see exactly how, you know what I'm saying, how much you're being drained of so much resources when you could be investing in yourself and your family in your homeland.
So so in terms of like months and stuff, are you over there for like a couple months in a year, or how do you work it?
Sometimes I'm over there 6 months out of the year. Sometimes I might come for 4, leave, come back for 2 more. I split it up however I need to. We split it up however we need to. That's the greatness of being world travelers, understanding that you have the power to move whenever you get ready. Tomorrow I could say, well, if the borders were open.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, oh, you're getting somewhere I'm not.
I had to think that. I had to rethink that. But if the borders were open, if I was like, oh, I can't take no more, I want to go home, I would get online the next
Pick a
night.
flight.
You know what I'm saying? Pick a flight, pack my things, and just go.
Being a traveler like that, obviously you must have some sort of income that allows you to travel around.
Actually, I do, but let me tell you what I really do, which is the biggest key that I found out that really helps in everything that I do when it comes to my traveling, is scaling down and saving every extra penny that you have. So what I do is, yes, I have a business that we have a business that sustain us. We have multiple streams of income because we create products. We do service for people, consultations, different things that we do. And outside of our paying our main bills, that extra money is balled up and put into a big glass container, whereas we cannot touch it until it's time to go. And when I tell you that money accumulates really, really, really well, by the time we get ready to go, it's thousands of dollars in there that we didn't even, you know what I'm saying? But as a couple of being two people, you're doubling your savings. And then we don't live a typical American lifestyle. We're vegan. We're plant-based. We cook at home. So we save a lot of money from fast food, eating out, going out, drinking, all of that extra stuff. We don't indulge in that at all. So that causes us to have anything that we need when it's time for us to go home to the land of our ancestors. We are on point. We are ready. We're able to bring our grandchildren when they're ready to come, or when we're ready to bring them, like we did this last time. And it's just lovely.
That sounds perfect. I mean, I do think it's down to that sort of like dedication and
It is.
discipline. That's what it is.
Discipline, yes. Discipline is something that we all need to really, really work with ourselves on. And just a little bit, it's not a whole lot. You just start with something small and stick to that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what matriculates into a lifestyle of self-discipline, you know what I'm saying, self-awareness, your worthiness to make sure that you're able to have what you have, and you can live the lifestyle that you're accustomed to, or even better when you get home to Ghana. Really.
And you said you were vegan, and also I saw on your channel that you went to Pat's vegan restaurant, and I've been there as well, and I love it so much. I'm vegetarian. What drove you to become vegan?
Actually, when I was in my mid-30s, I would say about 33, I was starting to feel some type of pain in my stomach, and I don't, still to this day, I have no idea what it was. I I found it to believe that it was something that I was eating, because it was not something that I was living with. But when the pain come, it would stop me in my tracks, and it was so, you know what I'm saying, it was such a deep amount of pain that it was like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? It kind of feel like somebody is poking me in the stomach with something sharp, and then it would radiate to the rest of my tummy, and then to the rest of my body, and it would actually stop me in my tracks. So I was like, I don't know what this is, but I need to do some lifestyle changes or something, because I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So, and I started watching Dr. Sabi, you know what I'm saying? Because when you say something, you don't really realize the power that you have behind your words, and how it leads you to a path of understanding, or of knowledge of things that you never would have if these things didn't happen. So I figured that it was happening for a reason, because it could have led to something much bigger. But when I decided to start a lifestyle change, it was very beneficiary. And then I also remember when we were very young, my mother was very highly into nutrition as well. One time she stopped us from eating meat in our family when we were children. It's seven of us. The fifth child of seven children, and
Wow.
my mother pretty much, raised us to be together. And anything that she did, if she decided to become plant based, then she took us right along with us. It wasn't a choice, and I'm glad that she did that because that's what parents are for. So she did that to us. She stopped us from eating white sugar, white salt, white flour. The meat was gone. I remember us eating a lot of beans, a lot of cornbread, a lot of things like that, a lot of vegetables, a lot of green beans. She had access to some actual farmers, and every now and again she would allow us to eat fish because she had a friend that could get some really good whiting. You was not allowed to eat anything else. It was called whiting fish. That's supposed to have been the healthiest fish for us to eat. Have you ever had Helen, the fish in Ghana?
No, I mean, I've not, I never really ate fish before, and now I don't eat
Okay.
fish or meat at all.
Okay.
So no, I've not had it before.
Okay, well, it's like what you would call Helen in Ghana. It's a fish that is known and popular in Ghana, and it tastes just like Helen, but it,
Okay.
it was the fish that we were allowed to eat during that time.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So interesting. And so what would you say to anybody who wants to move or wants to be a traveler and go to Ghana? Would you encourage them to go?
I would encourage you to just speak it. If you speak it, then I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to learn about my people. I'm ready to learn about, what I'm saying, about Ghana, the customs, the tradition. I want to get back to myself, know who I am. I need to be more powerful. I need to start a business. I need to create something for me and my family's legacy. These are things that will get you on the path to going home and experiencing something that you would never in your wildest dreams ever think that you will be able to acquire. Because, like I said, the pressure and the amount of stress that we stay under in America is so much that our people don't even think that it's possible. But if you give yourself a chance and just go visit, you don't even, if you're not ready to stay, it's okay. And if you're not ready to move, that's okay. We can't allow anybody to put us in any type of box and say, you got to have this to be able to stay, and you just got to stay and go through for whatever. No, our lives are different. Vanessa, your life is different from mine.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Future, my life is different from yours. Your life is very special and unique, and the needs that you have, it has to be fulfilled by you in the timely manner upon your understanding of what you know to be real and what is working for you, and
Yeah.
that's fine. So if you can live in two places at one time, go
Mm-hmm.
for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to
Yeah.
just uproot everything and just go move. And if you don't do that, you're not a real African. You're not a real. No, 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 no. We breaking all those negative stereotypes. You know what I'm saying, about how we got to do things. We African, we can go wherever we want to go. We can do whatever we want to do, and we can get everything done because we always been a great multitasking people. We don't have to just do one thing at a time or else it's blasé. It don't
Mm-hmm.
work like that for us.
Yeah. Amazing. Thanks so much. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you so much for watching this video right to the end. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you have, thank you very much. And I really appreciate you. I hope you're doing well and see you soon.